What's good? What's good? What's gets? What's gets, people? All right, bet. So we're gonna look at today. Ideally, I want to see us trade a little bit lower, but for whatever reason, I feel like they just shot this down to potentially fake us out. But we'll see here. You know, I'm thinking everything is fine. I don't know what's good with my internet connection up there, but everything here seems to be fine. Yeah, it's cool. All right, cool. So yesterday we took a trade short, banger trade. We're trading up into a 4-hour order block with the fair value gap there. We hit the mean threshold, I believe. You can look at it. Let's look at it right now. We'll do EQ. So I think we fell just short. So we fell just short of this order block right there, the mean threshold. So could potentially see something there on the hourly chart. So you have this wick up here. Technically, this is not a mitigation block because it's not the lowest down close candle, which would be up here, but this is a gap. We consider that a gap as well. So price traded up into there, showed displacement away. We're inside this gap, but we also have this fair value gap right here too. Rejecting highs. Ideally, I'd want to see us take out this London low and then this low and then target down there because I believe we got midweek reversal. If we look at ES, we had a higher high there with a lower high here. So a turn in the marketplace. That's pretty much what we're looking for today. We'll see what we end up getting. You know, we do have that there. Just want to make sure everything is connected. Hold on, let me turn this off so y'all can't see this. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure everything is good. Yeah. All right, we chilling. Say less. Okay, cool. So that's what we're looking for. Potentially we could see us take out this low here, the London low. Yesterday's AM session low. We do have the PM session high from yesterday. It's not this one. Let me show you on lower time frame. The PM session high that I'm worried about, if we're not worried about, but what I'm keying up on is this one. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this one forms after the session would close. So technically, since this one forms after, that's not the one that I'm interested in, right? I want the one that the algorithm will be keying up on, not this one. Because it could trade up here. And notice if you take out that wick, notice how there's equal highs there, right? So that's what I'm keying up on in terms of potentially if price wants to trade a little bit higher. But we have London low here, clear sell side there. I'm thinking that we should trade lower. That's like what I'd want to see personally. My bad if you hear my singing. Should have tried out for American Idol, for real. For real. Just kidding. So we got London low here. And then we have this session low here. AM session low. I don't know why. Always London, for whatever reason, when I did this, London and Asia's are like the thickest ones. Not really sure why. But that's what I'm looking for here. And then you obviously have this low here. We'll just label this as sell side. What I don't like though is like for whatever reason, like on the streams, you can hear like the clicks and all that stuff. I don't like that. I gotta figure out how to change that. I feel like it just sounds weird. I don't like it that much. So I'll have to figure that part out soon. As you see here on the 15-minute chart, let me change this actually since I'm already looking at the 15-minute chart. Go on the hourly chart on that one. So we are trading down or up into this order block here. We traded down to a breaker. We have a low, high, lower low, expansion, come back down. It's a breaker. So that's the PM session high that I would be keying up for if we can trade up to there. And I'll be interested to see, I need to look at the opening range gap from yesterday. So I need to see where we are now compared to, it's not working, compared to where we're trading at now compared to where we closed yesterday. Because if we're roughly at the same spot, so it looks like we closed up here. Yeah. So we're gonna have a discount gap as of right now. Within the next 7 minutes, we have a discount gap of, let's see how much it is. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Well, it is what it is. Let's see there. 156 handles. So it's a pretty good gap. From here up to there, pretty much where it closed up here. That's where we're trading at right now. So we had a discount gap. So if we were to come up to at least middle of it, it would also even overlap with the opening range gap from the 27th, which I find very cool. The trade I took yesterday, let me show you this. This is why it's really important to go back through your trades and analyze them better. Watch when I show you this, because this would have gave me even more confidence than what I already had with it trading lower. Let me just remove this, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So peep this. So remember yesterday, we ended up taking a short right here, right? It's on the 1 minute chart. Look where I took my short. You're like, what the heck? So I had no drawdown. This was literally my short right there. As soon as it traded up into this, that was my short. So you have a fair value gap. I explained all this already, but look how you have the 75% or the upper quadrant of the 27th opening range gap. That's literally where I took my short. No drawdown, bang, straight lower, right? I thought that was pretty cool when I went back and saw that. Like, that's why at the end of every day, you should go back and do things like that, because you're going to notice things. I'm not saying like, oh, that's my strategy now, I'm looking for that. No, that just added more to what I was already seeing. And so if it was on that chart, I mean, nothing would have really changed. I just would be like, oh, that's cool that it did that. That's about as far or as I would have went. So in terms of like so I've been watching a lot of ICT, the 2021 mentorship that I was in. So a lot of things that I think I know I need to do a little bit better job of is the weekly chart and the daily chart. So I do have the daily chart up here. I just don't, in my opinion, use it as much as I should. In terms of the weekly chart as well, same thing. Noting things on the daily chart, weekly chart, because it kind of helps you also with bias. Because if we're in a premium on, let's say, the weekly chart, and we're in a discount on the daily chart, kind of seeing, okay, where could we trade to, what could be next, and those are things that you look for, right? We want to know where price is going to go to next. So right now we've already traded up into a 4-hour order block after it had traded up into a fair value gap. And yeah, there's some more sauce that he dropped, but I'm gonna keep that for right now. I'll share that a little bit later. Corgi, hey, no problem, bro. No problem. Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have you here, Mr. Consistent Corgi. Hey Corgi, I have to figure out how to like oh, I can add you as a, I'm gonna do it right now. Let's see. Can manage block words or change chat modes live. Also has capabilities of standard moderators. Can view and remove chat messages. Hey yo, Corgi, I'm about to make you a mod in my chat. That's what I was trying to do the other day. Do you want that? Would you be cool with that? Oh, you like the IG clip? Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, he literally dropped that. I was like, wait, what? Bro, swear he dropped that. I was like, dude, that's crazy, man. Crazy. And I don't remember hearing that. Like that's because it was like my first the director now. Wait, did it make you that? Did it tell you? But I am gonna add you as a moderator though, low key. Can manage block words and change chat. Oh yeah, chat modes. You cool with that, Corgi? You said no. Oh, you don't want to do that? You don't have to if you don't want to. No. I think that means like if people are in here, if I'm saying, hey, can you put a poll? You can do like a poll or something. I don't know. If you don't want to, that's fine, bro. It's no pressure, bro. So, again, London low to me looks like it's possible. AM session low. Then we have this sell side down here. No. Nah. So moderator, it just means like you can control, like, let's say someone's in here, or like if I'm like, hey, can you do a, because I don't know how to do it, but like if I'm like, hey, can you set a poll of like, is everyone in here bullish or bearish, and you could put that in there. I took high PM yesterday. What do you mean? Oh, you bought it? Did you buy it up? Is that what you're saying? But yeah, so the moderator just means that you can like control the chat modes and stuff. You can't like go into YouTube and stuff and change everything. Nah. You could just go in and like if I guess if there's like a message or something, someone saying something crazy, you can like ban people, time people out. You could do stuff like that. Yeah, you can like time people out. You can pin messages and stuff. So you can do things like that. So if you want that, you just let me know, because you've been Mr. Consistent here. Oh, thank you. So we'll do have the market opening in about 30 seconds. So we got back in the focus mode right here. So a lot of wicks. Again, not high probability when I see that. Again, on this chart, we don't want to see, I'm trying to make it as clean as possible. Because I want to be able to make clear decisions and not have everything just be all over the place. So this right here is of interest to me. Wonder if we'll see if we'll use that as a reclaim gap. I ideally want to see if we can trade up here. If we trade up there and then like reject, then that'd be some interest. For whatever reason, I just feel like they just dumped it just to dump it, to scare people from buying and then take it back up there. I'm not saying they do all of it today, like we go all the way back up here today. I'm not saying that. We obviously can. But for whatever reason, up here just looks like juicy right now. We also hit a 15-minute breaker there. And this was at news. So that's why this was at the news event that we had at 8:30. I think it was PPI or something. Meet me at the door. It's still open. All right, cool. My fault. I'm not trying to sing on here. Is it just me, or does anyone like, do they actually listen to like songs on repeat, like the same song? Or is it just me? I feel like some people, my sister would be saying I listen to the same song over and over and over and over. But if it's a bop, it's a bop. I'm going to listen to it over and over. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Bang. Look at that rejection right there. Yes, you can. So we ran up above Asia high one more time. See if we get there. Yes, you can. You know what I really realized? Like, you really don't even need more than, like, if you can get like 20 accounts and then you know what you're doing, you don't need that much. Low key. Like, you really don't even need that much. Like yesterday, right? The same trade I took yesterday, right? I was like, okay, if I had like just 20 accounts yesterday, right? Which is obviously my goal is to get there. It's not doing much right now. That's why I'm talking about this right now. I'm at 234 per account times 20. It's that much. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, you can't see it. $4,680. The same trade I took yesterday using one micro. $4,680. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. We can do that. Imagine you have, and apparently I've seen someone trade 75. Come on now. Come on now. It's like, it's right there. it's right there. No, it's always like it's closer. You know how like in the mirror when you're driving in your car, it says like the object is closer than it appears. It's right there. I'm telling y'all. Not just for me, for y'all too. It's right there. Again, is this something that y'all want to be in? Nah. No, thank you. Do have a little bit of SMT there. Ein bisschen, right, Corgi? Ein bisschen. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Ein bisschen. My German. Mein Deutsch ist schlecht. Deutsch ist schlecht. Das Wetter ist sehr kalt heute. Und yeah, I don't know anymore, man. Duolingo failed me. No, I'm just kidding. Duolingo did not fail me. So we took out that high there, SMT there. Again, I think these are just so juicy. I'm telling you. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all the sauce. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all the sauce. So, in the mentorship in 2021, ICT talks about how breakers and mitigation blocks will form right next to each other. And he talked about when you take one versus when you take the other one, right? For this instance, right here would be a breaker, right? We have high, low, would be higher, high. But then you also have a high, low, higher, high. When this comes down here, it's going to fail. If this is going to go up here and take this out, it's going to fail. So then it's going to create a mitigation block. They're always next to each other. Always next to each other. So if you missed a breaker setup, or let's say like the one thing that the question that I had was like, if I see this and the breaker setup, let's go to a lower time frame. Yeah, so you have that fair value gap there, but I personally don't want to take that, but I think that may propel us a little bit higher. We may get like a little retracement to come up there. But the question that I had, right, was like, if I see a breaker set up and it hits the rejection block, like it does here, right? So if I have a breaker set up and it hits the rejection block, and then creates a low. I messed up. Low, high, higher, low. Right? This would be a mitigation block. So it would be this technically this candle, but I'm looking at this gap here. And that's if we can even trade to it. We still have 3 minutes left. This candle right here. See if we can take out this specific high. That's what I'd be looking for. And this would be a mitigation block because it failed there, with a high failed there. But we may not get that, to be honest, because it may not want to trade that deep. But hopefully it does. So that's what my question was. Okay, so you have a breaker and it trades down, or it trades down to, obviously it needs to leave a gap, right? If there's no gap, then there's nothing there. In your innocence, yeah, oh my. Oh my. But they're always going to form together. A breaker and a mitigation block are going to always form together. No setup there for me. So we went up there, but that's a really, really crazy rejection. Yeah, that was the sauce that I was going to hold, but they always are going to form together. And I saw yesterday, there was one thing like on an hourly. So if I saw like an hourly breaker, I think I was looking back at his thing. It was like a 15-minute mitigation block. I'm telling you, they're always there. They're always next to each other. So if anything, let's say like, there's nothing happening right now, so I'm chilling. That is our immediate rebalance though, on a 5-minute chart. But let's say I'm taking a trade. Let's say I'm taking a breaker setup. Let's say it's going to go lower, right? I think it's going to go lower. And it just runs right through my spot. right? Well, this is going to be a failure swing. Sorry, hold on. Let me go back. Erase the whole thing. Like this. Let's say I think it's gonna, the breaker and the fair value gap's here. What's gonna happen is it's gonna run through that, come down here, and then use this mitigation block right here as the setup going higher, right? That's what I was like. So if I lose on a breaker setup, it's gonna create a mitigation block right next to it, and then I just buy it there or sell it there if it's opposite. That's what I realized watching yesterday, and this happened 5 years ago. These are the videos of 5 years ago. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So we have immediate rebalance there. I actually really like that. We can get a fair value gap here, low key, and some expansion here. I will take that up there. Easy. Easy, we'll take that up there. We need to create a fair value gap here. Because that's clear to me. But it can't just like, obviously, if it runs up there, then it's cookies for the boy. But that's what I want to see. Because for me, I think it's giving me enough confidence there. Fair value gap's held here. It just needs to create a fair value gap there. So we have to wait 3 minutes or 2 more minutes now. So if it can create that, because this is going to be a breaker. I mean, this is going to be a mitigation block. I don't want to see it just run straight, because if it does that, then sad face, right? Don't do it, man. I'm telling you, we're being patient and we're waiting for you, man. Being patient, man. I'm just zooming up to make sure there's no mitigation block. I mean, volume imbalance there. So let's do this. Buy limit. 8 seconds. If it can give it to me, put it right there. And then do a sell stop. Right there, if it can give that to me. On the money, do the thing in the pen deal. Hopefully we can get that. Then we'll put our sell limit up here. Ideally, I wanted to click in, but we'll see if this gives it to us. We're gonna be patient here, dude. I'm not gonna rush in. Sell limit up. I don't want to put my sell limit in yet. Just in case. Vibing. Pull up on me tonight. There's that wick there. So it may not give it to us there. And I have it right above the fair value gap, so it can dig, if it can dig down in there. I'll take this. Come on, I believe in you, man. Okay, there we go. So there's my sell stop. Now here's going to be my sell limit right there. The PM session highs, that's what I want. So pretty much I'm looking at, come on, bruh. That gap here. I want to see us hold there. We do have a London high here, a London low. I'm not sure what time or what day. Let me just make sure actually something else is working. Yeah, okay. We're good there. So we trade a little bit deeper down into that. My stop loss below here. This expansion range. I want to add more, trust me, but I'm not going to. I really want to add more, but not going to. We get stopped out here, that's fine. We had a nice initial reaction. but we'll see what happens here. Look on the 5-minute chart real quick. So this is a breaker block here. Right here. On the 5-minute chart. So again, we'll see. It doesn't mean that it automatically has to hold, but let's see what we get here. So we're not getting that initial reaction or like that I would expect or that I would honestly want. So we might get stopped out here. Because that's a lot deeper than what I would want or expect on this trade. Because again, sitting in a lot of drawdown, so it's not like, I don't think that like buying down here would be better. I don't think it should even be there, to be honest, just in my opinion. And that 15-minute wick closure is pretty bad. Okay, so we got stopped out there. Let's just see what ends up happening here. Could have got a little bit into a little bit early. That's fine. Again, still looking for one contract. Don't need more than that. This was about $100 loss. It's all good. So we're failing here. So high, low, higher high. This is a breaker here. But I just want to wait for a little bit more on the higher time frame, because we didn't necessarily create a gap here. I like the immediate rebalance that we had there. Lower time frame, but we'll see. Yeah, I would expect us to come up here and then fail. So we just ran up above Asia high again. So I'm just changing the music. Thought I told you time and time again, this won't stop. Hey. Thought I told you time and time again, this won't stop. So again, look, if this comes up in here and rejects here, this would be a mitigation block. If it expands away, that's okay. We'll wait for it again. High, low. We get a high in here. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Oh wait, no, I don't. It went away. Are we cooling? We're cooling now. What we do not want to do is get caught in range trading. That we don't want. And right now, that's kind of what we're getting a little bit of. Thought I told you time and time again, this won't stop. So again, we create displacement here. High, low, lower, high. Mitigation block. So, not worried about that. Chart. To me, I just feel like I just got stopped out. I still think it's going to go higher. I just feel like I got stopped out. I'll look at this one. That's what I think. I think I just got stopped out. Just the wicks. Look at the bodies still respecting. But we'll see. I thought I told you time and time again. Won't stop. Notice how it's like. So, what I'm looking at, if we can create a fair value gap above this high, it'd be a mitigation block there in this candle here. This would be a mitigation block. But we need to thought about buying inside of it, to be honest, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I don't want to buy in it yet. I just want 2 cups of coffee. You're not here to break the love. Got you before the morning. And like the highs would be, if it can get up there, the target for me would be up here. That'd be first target right there. If we can do that. Because I'd look at this as a mitigation block. There's SMT there as well. I want to see if we can close above here. If we close above here, I'll buy one again. But that needs to show itself in order for me to do that. I think we're accumulating in there. There's a fair value gap right there that's trading down into. So if we can see support there, that would suggest a little bit higher prices, and then we can hit up into that PM session high. So 15-minute chart is just a whole bunch of wicks on that. Again, we don't want to get caught up in chop. Drinking. We did have a large range day yesterday too. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So you have a like high, low, lower high. We hit the rejection block here. So to me, it's not looking like we're really getting that push for higher. Honestly, it doesn't look like we're even on the 5-minute chart, hourly chart. 5-minute chart. Again, I don't feel like we're getting a lot of push higher right now. For me, I think what the indication is this high, and then for me, this low. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. MOR. Y'all can probably guess what I'm listening to right now. I'm gonna turn this TV off, man. It just keeps turning on and off because it's lagging. At a 15-minute chart, it looks like, let me show you. Wicking above here, not able to close anything. 5-minute chart kind of looks very messy right now. So just have to wait. Either it's going to do something or it's not, and that's fine. I'm okay with taking a little minor loss. So we had the initial good reaction and response off of this level. I didn't even think it should really even trade down there. That's where I have my stop loss. So what happens in this gap? That's what I'm watching. Trading up into a 5-minute order block. What I realized is like what helped me in my trading was realizing and understanding that when it's time to like actually run, it can't hide itself. So if you just patiently wait for it to show here, it showed signatures where it respected a fair value gap, 5-minute immediate rebalance came up. So this gap to me was important. It just ran through it. Came up here, rejection block, failed. As of right now, this looks like it's holding. But for whatever reason, up here still has my attention. And again, another one. Can come up above here. We have to create a gap, I think, above here. Then if we create a gap above here, then it makes sense to come up here. But until then, it doesn't make any sense. For me, at least. And I'll try one more stab above higher. But that has to happen. It's just not really doing much right now. I'm gonna rush into nothing. Yep. Oh, so that looks different. Again, we just wait. I mean, it is the last day of the month too, to be honest. Yeah. I have to make some content today. I think I had like 3 ideas. We'll see which one ends up getting posted. So we hit rejection block here. We have so far respected this gap here, but again, it's really messy right now. Really, really messy. Okay. Like the macro time is literally hasn't done much. Here's our macro time. Looks like it's starting to do a little something now. I like that. From this. If we can trade back up into here without like just completely melting to this low. And there's more down here that I see, but if we can do that without just completely melting, to me that's, and there's also a volume imbalance. There's a mitigation block, as long as we don't just completely melt like it looks like we're gonna do. If we can do that, to me that makes sense, and then we'll look for potential run back down to Asia's low and stuff. But we need to see that first. I want to see up there first, but we didn't get that. What is this low? What is this? Not sure what I have there. So can do that. There we go. So I got one in on there. We don't get chopped around all day, but go here. Be a buy limit. Up here would be my sell stop. Or buy stop, I'm sorry. And we're gonna see if we can get that down there. So this is above the rejection block. Yeah. So I like this. It's above all this stuff up here. Want to see if we can get down to here. This would be the 830 news low. We just let it go. So once you start drawing down to that low. Turning into sand. You guys ever listen to Avicii? I'm gonna love ya. I know I could. This is Asia low, and then right, actually low key right here. See if we can get that. If I take a loss here, like I'm done. Like yes, this is. I'm done for today. It's not looking too good right there, to be honest. Oh, there you go. Stopped out. Yeah, I'm done. There's nothing else for me today. I'm not interested in anything else at that point. I don't think that it shouldn't trade up that high, in my opinion. Could have got just stopped out on a wick, which it looks like it, unfortunately. But yeah. So I'm done for today. I will catch you guys on Monday. New week and stuff. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But again, part of trading. It is what it is. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I put it against a rejection block and it went up there and tapped that. But it's all good. I'll catch you guys. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.